Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me. You got to excuse me for a minute. Been a pretty busy day. Uh, so here we are, guys, with Thirsty Thursdays, where Coach Dubb, aka hashtag Mr. Financial Freedom, has teamed up with the GoGetter family and yours truly to bring you guys the everyday people credit repair tips, and then also if you don't have any credit to get you on an accelerated program, along with some real estate investing tips subject to and creative financing, where it doesn't take you a bunch of money and we teach you how to become the bank. So guys, thanks for tuning in, and we hope that we bring you some value and actionable knowledge. All right, Coach Dubb, how's it going, man?
Oh man, I'm doing fabulous, King. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Just staying busy. Got some things, some big things in the works. Trying to get it out here, for the people, man. So that
Absolutely.
everybody can use these strategies. That the wealthy and the elite have been using for Lord knows how long, man. So it's our turn. It's our turn. I see you put somebody up today, that had like a 499 credit score. Now they're up in the 800s, standing by a Benz truck.
Yeah, they went and got themselves a nice little G-Wagon. So
Man,
yeah,
I love it.
she started off with a 499 credit score and 2 foreclosures on her record. So she was an investor, she was in real estate, doing real estate investing. Had got into a little bit of trouble with the properties. There are a lot of people that got hit over the
2008.
2008 era. Hers kind of trickled a little bit longer because she tried to fight it.
Yeah.
And eventually wasn't able to continue fighting. They took it, so it all hit her record, dropped her scores down, and we were able to help her with that, help her get the foreclosures off her record. Now she's back into real estate investing again, and was able to get them high scores up so she can run around stunting in the G-Wagon.
Yeah, looking like she's been eating in the real estate game for decades, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks
So
to you.
That was fire.
Yeah, that's crazy how the universe works, man. That's crazy how the universe works. That you and I came across each other on Instagram, and are doing this show. You put that lady up today, that you helped, man, tremendously, and she had foreclosures on her record from being a real estate investor. So it kind of segues into how it works with the GoGetter family. Guys, we don't personally guarantee debt when we become the bank. All right. So we are not in danger of having foreclosures on our credit history. But we got Coach Dubb on the team. So so I mean, guys, you can't lose. You can't lose with this knowledge, this information that we're bringing you. And today we're going to talk about a few things, because I've been having a lot of people, man, talking to me about business credit. Like, I'm trying to get business credit, a credit card under my business's name, but they're saying that I got to run my personal credit, or I got to be in business for 2 years. And when you think about it, you're like, okay, I'm going into business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm starting a business. I'm trying to get some credit, but I got to be in business for 2 years. How does that even make sense?
Right.
So I heard that you got some knowledge on how you can help us out with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't actually deal with business credit personally, but I have partners that do. And so what they've done is they've basically given me the best strategy for someone who doesn't want to affiliate their personal credit with their business. Now, it's always best if you got a little bit of a nugget if you're trying to go into business, so you're not constantly using all your credit. But if that's the route you got to go, at least have about 90 days worth of money set aside for this strategy. So what you got to do is you want to be able to register your business, talk to your tax professional if you should set up a LLC or whatever type of business you should set up. But you want to set that business up and get yourself an EIN or tax ID number, right?
Okay.
So that's huge. You got to have that. So that's going to be able to register you as a legitimate business. Now, what are the other key factors that you need? This is where everything comes into play, so we can get that tax ID credit without you using your personal credit. So,
ooh, hey, get your notepads out, guys. Get your notepads and pencils, man. I got mine.
All right. So this is the sauce. This is the magic sauce that we got to do. So we want to go out and you want to be able to register your business online. So you want to get yourself a .com or a .org, whatever, businessname.com, right?
Okay.
Then you're going to turn around and you want to set up a business email. You don't want a Gmail, you don't want a Yahoo, you want a business email. So Larry at abccompany.com, whatever it is, right? So you get that. Then what you do is you want to go to all the search engines, Google, Yahoo, Firefox, all of them. Register your business with them. You also want to register your business with all the information, including the email and registration and the tax ID. You want to register that with Experian Business and Equifax Business.
Okay.
Business Experian Business. Register with them. Okay. You also want to register. This is the key place that they take business credit from, and that's Duns and Bradstreet. So DNB. So register your business once you got all that other stuff in place with Duns and Bradstreet. Okay. So that's where we get that rating from.
Now, Dun and Bradstreet, real quick, isn't that they give you like we've got a FICO score as individuals. Dun and Bradstreet is like the FICO for businesses.
Exactly. So yep. So that's what they're looking for. A lot of times they say, oh, you gotta tie if you go to your bank, they're gonna want you to tie your social security number up with it and let that sit there for however much time. And then after it marinates for a while, then they're like, okay, now we can separate them. Well, this is the route that you can go without that. And now you got everything set up that way, right? Duns and Bradstreet, you got the website, you got the tax ID, you're good. Now you look like you're a legitimate business. So then what you want to do is you can go and get yourself a gas card. So you can get a gas card in just the business name. Use the gas card. Boom. Use the gas card with the tax ID tied to it that's just in the business name. And now that you've registered with Duns and Bradstreet and everything like that, after about 90 days of just making payments on time and paying that card off for just the gas, now you're going to have a GMB rating. And the Duns and Bradstreet rating is what they need. And doing those little steps right there should help get you close to roughly an 80-point score on Duns and Bradstreet. That's like a credit for personal credit. Yep. Now that you got that, now you can go and apply for the American Expresses or the larger lines of credit that are tied specifically to your business without having to tie up your own personal.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. Always, man. Yeah. Hey, check your mic, man? Is your mic? Do you sound all right on your end?
It looks like I'm going up and down. Am I low on your end?
No, you're just a little choppy, man. Like a little staticky, kind of. Okay. But this is the thing, guys. I always used to hear, when I was a kid, teenage, early 20s or whatever. Hey, you don't have bad credit. You just don't have any credit. And this is one's parallel with what he's saying about the business credit. You guys, you don't have any business credit yet. You just need 2 years. Hopefully you can stay afloat for those 2 years. And then we'll give you some credit, maybe. But by then you'll probably be so far gone, we wouldn't give you credit anyway. So guys, it's the little things, man, in life that really matter and make the biggest difference. So with these little tips, if you use these and actually put them to use, man, they can make the biggest difference in the world. Biggest difference in the world, man. That's a good tip.
It's power right there, man. That's what we're trying to do is get everybody that power.
Yeah, that's what it's about too. Take some of your power back. This is what I always say. We're taking our life under our control. We're getting control of our lives. Absolutely. And that's what it's about, man. There isn't a feeling like it. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like it's all daisies and rainbows. I work hard, I work a lot, but I work for myself. So it's a different kind of work. It's a different kind of work when you're working for yourself and building something, for your family and something that you can pass on to your family, as opposed to working for somebody else so that they can pass that on, to their family. So, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. I always say, choose your heart. You can choose your heart, man. Either you go work hard for yourself or you go work hard to build somebody else's fortune. I'd rather be doing it for my family. So,
yeah, that's heavy, man. That's dope. Yeah. I put up a meme the other day that, it said, investing in real estate is risky, but so is only having one stream of income, choose your risk, right? Yeah. Choose your risk. With this, we become the bank. So there isn't a whole lot of risk, and we don't have to go with that hat in the hand, to the bank. begging them for credit. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I've been hearing a lot about like wholesaling. You ever heard about wholesaling? Duh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
know about.
Yeah, everybody, man. Yeah, everybody knows about wholesaling, which, listen, guys, I don't have anything against wholesalers. I wholesale some properties every now and again, but I just make sure that that is not my only tool, my only tactic. Because if you're a wholesaler, you've got to get a property under contract for way under market value, way under market value. Yeah, like 50% market value. And then when you wholesale it to the next person, because you're just a middleman, you got to sell it to them for under market value. So my problem is this: wholesalers, listen to me right now. You are leaving money on the table, a lot of it. If that's all you do is wholesale. So let's do one of two things. You send me your leads that don't have any equity and you can't get for a cheaper price, or come holler at the GoGetter family and we'll teach you some tricks, some tactics that you will be able to do more real estate transactions, and it won't cost you any more money, and it's actually a lot less time. You know, when we use subject to, we can wholesale a subject to contract.
Yeah.
You know, so there's just so many options. So that's why I wanted to talk about today was the wholesalers and how much money they're leaving on the table with their dead leads, and they're just throwing them in the trash. Now, this is the thing: opportunity. You know, we put ourselves in a position to get opportunities, so we shouldn't waste those.
Right.
You know, opportunity should never be wasted. So wholesalers, if you want to learn how to, and you've already got real estate knowledge of the industry, you know terms, you know a lot of the transactions or know of them, so it'll be a lot easier for you to grasp. And we're going to be coming out with some systems for you guys, or you can just go to the YouTube channel. You'll probably get the whole thing right there, on the YouTube channel of how to do these transactions if you're already wholesaling. So yeah, I just had to throw that out there, But Dubb, I know you're not in business credit. So what'd you have for the people, man, this week on the personal side?
Man, so yeah, personal credit, that is my forte. That is where it's a lot of us are hung up. And so we were kind of discussing last week some information. And so I thought I'd bring it up this week because we had to take down last week's video and double check and cross some T's and dot some I's. So there is some opportunity for us out here if you are trying to get a major credit card with subpar credit. So this is the good stuff here.
Let me grab my notepad again.
Yeah, you want to grab your notepad again for this one. So I was able to plug in with some people and found out that if you actually have or want to get American Express, there's a way to do that. That's like cream of the crop. That's
right. American Express, yeah, they respect you when you pull out that American Express card. They start calling you Mister instead of looking at you like you might put something in your pocket and walk out.
Yeah. I remember I bought a Costco membership one time, and they always want to wave the American Express around. So I was like, all right, let me just go apply. I couldn't even get one, man. They hard to come by, right? So yeah. Here's the move. So there are some steps that you need in place in order to be able to make this happen, but you can go out and get yourself a $15,000 American Express card.
Man, talk to me.
$15,000. So Navy Federal offers an American Express card, but they use Navy Federal terms. Navy Federal is a bank that's mainly for veterans and veterans' families. So you got to get yourself a membership. But you got to be referred by a member. Typically, it's a family member that has to refer you in. So if you got somebody who is a family member, ask them to hook you up with a referral so you can get into Navy Federal. Okay. Establish your relationship, and then once you're in there, wait 90 days, and then you can apply for this card. And what you do is, if you have, these are the guidelines. You want to have a 620 credit rating. You want to apply for the American Express that they offer, and you only want to apply for it on the app. Don't call into customer service. Don't walk into the bank. Only apply for it on the app.
That's crazy. That's
now,
wrong.
How do you get that? You want to wait till 11 p.m.
Talk to me.
11 o'clock. Yeah. After 11:01, you start filling out your application on the app. and they're gonna run you through the system. And as long as that rating comes back at a 620 credit score, you can get yourself a $15,000 American Express credit card. Boom.
Man, you know what? That is amazing to me. That is amazing to me for real. Like if you do these small specific things, he said, don't apply, don't call in and apply.
Yeah.
Don't go on the website. Get on the app. Right.
Get on the app.
Yeah, and don't do it at 10:59 p.m. Don't do it at 11 p.m. Do it at 11:01.
11:01.
That's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful because, guys, look at it like this. I heard people say like President Trump, and I don't want to get political. I'm just saying like they said he didn't pay a lot of taxes or whatever, and people were like, well, he found the loopholes. You know, that's smart. So guys, this is the same thing, and these aren't even loopholes. These are just small details that they don't publicize and tell us because I don't know if it's a glitch in their system or whatever it is, but it's something that'll help us. So if we know about these small nuggets of information, we might as well use them. Just like President Trump didn't, have to pay a lot on taxes because he had a good accountant, had some loopholes. Hey, I'm not saying whether it's good or whether it's bad. I'm just saying he used the system. He used the system. So guys, it's for everyday people. And the system has been using us long enough. So it's time to get some money back, guys. It's time to get some money back. So I appreciate that knowledge.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just don't go out buying cars with it or nothing like that. Use it for getting yourself another property.
Absolutely.
Little tip you got for them.
That's the thing. That's the thing, guys. Now listen to me. When we get this access to this credit, and we can go out and make a good purchase, make a big purchase for once without people looking at us crazy. That doesn't mean that we do that just because we can.
Yeah.
Guys, we don't have to keep up with the Joneses and show everyone what we got. No, we've got to turn that money. We got to make our money make money for us. Okay. So today, for example, I've got a mentoree in my city. And I didn't want to take him on because I'm putting together a new system on the GoGetter Family Academy, and it won't be done for 30 days. So I was going to wait. But the guy, he was so tenacious and he wanted to learn so bad. And he told me, he said, man, I've got this extra money that I made from working a part-time job on top of my full-time job. And I've been saving up. I haven't bought anything new. I don't have any new summer clothes, anything. And I said, you know what? This is my type of guy. This is my type of guy because he worked hard, got a part-time job to make extra money. And instead of going and spending it on consumer items, he wants to reinvest that in himself, in his education. So yeah, guys, that's my tip. Invest in yourself. The more knowledge we have, the more power we have.
Man, look, I just put a post up today on social media talking about this. So there's so many people out here that when they say, oh, well, I gotta pay money to start up a business or something like that, they become skeptical. And so I was like, yo, McDonald's had to buy real estate. Walmart had to buy inventory. Amazon had to buy books. What makes you think you're not going to have to spend some money on yourself to better yourself to create that much more value?
Yeah, we got to think logically, guys. I got to spend money to start up a business. That sounds skeptical. It would sound skeptical to me if you said, hey, let's start up this business and it won't cost you a dime. You don't got to pay nothing at all and da. What, man? What kind of business is it? No, life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. We've got to change our mindset. That's what it's all about. So this is what I do. I try to, because I've got enough, man. I've got enough, man. God has given me what I've asked for, so anything more is icing on the cake. So I try to give this knowledge out. So in the and I'll put it in the description of this episode too. I did an episode on YouTube about wholesaling. I'm going to put in a wholesaling assignment contract in the description of this episode. So anybody that wants to get into real estate, I'm going to give you this tip now. Just know this. If you are a wholesaler, you must make sure one of your clauses has that assignment clause in the purchase and sales agreement. You have to have an assignment clause. Now, to get your money, to get paid, you've got to have that assignment form on top of that. You have that assignment form, you get paid. So I'm going to give that to you for free. I'm going to give it to you for free. in the link in the description. Get that assignment form. Get you
That's
some.
me right there.
Yeah, you know, and
Giving that away for free, man. That's a lot of value, bro.
that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, because I want people. The thing is, people don't want to get started. Just like the story you gave, you said, I hear people say, well, it costs money, makes it sound skeptical. I don't think that's really it. I think that they're scared. There's that fear of getting started, taking action. Matter of fact, what made you take the jump, man?
Man, so really, I just wanted to help some people. I wasn't even looking at earning an income. I got started with credit repair because I had student loans hit my credit report as a late payment, and it was a late payment that wasn't even supposed to be there. It was inaccurate. And student loans, you get a loan every semester for your student loans. So you got like 10 loans for, for 2 years worth of school or whatever, right?
Right.
So one late hits 10 loans because the way that they put it all together. My score dropped 87 points.
Wait, hold on. Say that again now. One late. What?
Yeah, so how it works, if you haven't done what's called a loan consolidation, meaning they take all them loans and you have one payment, you're making your student loan payments. They tell you it's one payment, but it's one payment dispersed across all those loans you got every single semester.
Oh, so it's like,
you got me. So now I go and I make my payment, but they report it late. So I don't get one late. I got 10 loans, so I get 10 lates for one late on the payment.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. 87 points later. 87 points later, I'm like, what is going on? So someone out there was saying that they did credit repair, and you could help people with this platform. And so I was like, yeah, let me do that, because the other thing was I was renting a property because I moved from California back to Minnesota temporarily. And I was like, I don't want to pay for a home that I'm not going to just stay in. Right. I didn't want to drop too much money because I was trying to save up for when I go back to California for a down payment. And the rent was higher moving from California back home to Minnesota. And I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous to pay this kind of money to be renting a property, when I know if you go and buy a property, we already know, you're paying way less. Why? Because investors make profits on top of what the payment is. That's how we get rich as real estate investors.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, there are a lot of people in this situation. Credit's an issue. Let me figure out a way to help people fix their credit so they can actually get their own homes. And so that's why I ended up getting into credit repair, man. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What, you know what it was? It was I'm tired of the system man bending me over, for lack of better terms. I mean, honestly, man, I don't want to get vulgar on here or nothing, but guys, honestly, like, you got beat up on the 87 points for one late payment that wasn't even late, mistake. And then you probably got to talk to 78 different people, and everybody tells you different everything, but they don't care, and then you see this house payment. It was almost the same thing with me. I had planned on getting in real estate. But we had to go beg banks, man, for these loans. My partner is a doctor, and they would still, I would get this feeling. And I was at lunch with another guy I grew up with, man. He's a Mexican guy, man. I love him, man. He just started his business. And he said the same thing. When he would go into the banks and, ask for this credit, it was almost like he felt like they were looking down on him,
Right.
Like who, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? You should, man. Hey, I know who I am. I know the type of person I am. I know the type of character I have. So I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this regardless. Like, I'm going to do this. I don't care what I got to do to build my credit up to borrow this money. And then I found Subject to and Creative Financing, and we become the bank. I don't have to go to banks. I don't have to go fill out credit applications and debt to income ratios to buy a house. I don't have to do that. So it is the best feeling ever to circumvent the institutions and the systems that have been taking advantage of us for so long. Right. I mean, yeah, it's a great feeling. And the thing about this is, it's simple, but it's not easy. So if you can get that concept, once you get going and get rolling, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. And they hate seeing me come in sometimes because they know they've got to do what I ask them to do. Because I'm, this is your guys' game, your guys' rules. I'm just, playing by the elites rules,
There you go.
playing by the elites rules. So, man, kudos to you, man. Kudos to you for jumping out there. Hey, and tell that lady that got the G-Wagon Benzo, man, she doesn't want to be in danger of over leveraging herself again, because there may be another couple. Come holler at the GoGetter family. We'll give her that game. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Let's get it.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, guys, I wanted to say this too, because we had that episode. We had to take that episode down from last week. So, for people that are trying to start a business, this is almost like the business episode here. A lot of people try to start LLCs, man, and even nonprofits too. Even nonprofits, those are difficult to start. So, I wanted you guys to know that I know Iowa legal aid, and every state has a legal aid. It is not just for individuals. They will help you file your paperwork with the Secretary of State to start your LLC. If you need a DBA, which is a doing business as, they will help you file this paperwork. Your legal aid, your state legal aid, they help you with this stuff, and they help you for free. So for people like, for free. So if you're pinching pennies using your own money to start a business, call legal aid. Get that paperwork done for free, because lawyers are going to charge you, $500 to $1,500 just for a couple of forms.
Pushing some paper that they've already got everything filled out. All they're doing is penciling in the little bit of info that they need from you. That's it.
That's it, man. So we've got to take advantage. We've got to take advantage of these things, in the system that the dominant people are taking advantage of, already. But it's like it's stigmatized for us to get assistance or to buy a house on contract. There's like a stigma on that. And when we buy subject to, it's not buying on contract, just so you guys know. But when people buy on contract, you don't need realtors. You don't have to go to the bank. So there's a stigma out there. They stigmatized it to make it like poor people do that, or I don't know, like you're just not an upstanding person. And guys, that's not the case. You're saving money. You're doing it the right way and doing it yourself. Just like with this credit repair, man. I love it. Man. Yeah, because y'all get some results.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I love what we're doing, man, because we're not about out here just wasting people's money. We're out here trying to actually change people's financial future. So
yeah,
and you're doing the same thing. I'm doing it with credit. You're doing it with real estate, man.
Yeah, it's the perfect mix, man. It's the perfect mix. So guys, if you are just tuning in, that's my fault for not keeping you up to speed here. Coach Dubb talked about a tip about getting your business credit up before the 2 years. And now, mind you, Coach Dubb, he doesn't specialize in business credit, but he's got these connections and networks where he's getting this inside knowledge. So yeah, he told you about how to get that, with your Dun & Bradstreet number, and get that gas card. And then he also talked about that $15,000 American Express through Navy Federal. All right. So this is Coach Dubb, hashtag Mr. Financial Freedom. His link is in the description. Okay. So just click that link. You get a free consultation. And I got to say this again on this episode for any new viewers. If you guys, because I love this program, the Credit Your Rent program. Okay. If you have been renting your house or renting your apartment, whatever it is, which most people do, he can get those rent payments put on your credit score to 2 of the major credit bureaus. Yes, so that's unheard of, man. That's unheard of, guys. So also, since Coach Dubb, man, Mr. Financial Freedom, he messes with the GoGetter family. So you're gonna get special pricing on that. All you got to do is use the code TGGF. Okay, the GoGetter family. Use that code, get that free consultation, and why not get your rent put on your credit? I mean, you got to pay for it. You got to pay rent anyway. So,
as an ex-mortgage broker, I can tell you this. If you have rent on your credit report, it looks like a mortgage reporting. So you are a lot more advantageous if you got to go the traditional lending route to buy a house.
Okay.
They love it. They love it. They eat it up.
Yeah. So when you're saying on that Credit My Rent program, when you get that put on a person's credit report, it actually looks like a mortgage payment.
It looks like you're paying a mortgage payment because it's what you're doing. You don't get value for your credit report when you don't have rent on there. But guess who does? The landlord that you're paying.
Right.
So when you get hit with your credit report when you don't pay your rent, when they try to do an eviction. So let's utilize the tools to add it on there, because I've had people do it. They've gone increases, it all depends on what your score looks like. There's a lot that goes into it. So I'll put that disclaimer out there, but we're seeing scores go up 80 to 120 points on credit reports, adding that history. Because remember, we're not just adding the current payment. We can go back up to 2 years.
Whoa. Hold on, man. You got to repeat that. Hold on. Because you got the Credit My Rep program. So what you're saying is you're getting averages of between 80 and 120 points, but that's because you can what again?
I can go back. I can backdate it up to 2 years of rental payments on your history.
Whoa. So I've been renting this place, man, and my landlord, he working my nerves. He don't want to come fix nothing. You know what I mean? My dang faucet's leaking, toilet's messed up. But what you're saying is I've been paying this man on time, for 2 years. You can go back. If I call you today and we go through the process, you can go back those 2 years and get that put on my credit report.
Absolutely.
Man, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I have a gentleman, or a person that they want to buy a house and they've got their upstanding citizen in our community and they can't qualify for a mortgage, man. It's difficult, so this programs like this, it's great because the thing is, I don't want him to get a mortgage, but I can't find him a house fast enough, so and he wants to get out of that, get out of that place he's renting. So, it's programs like this that help people. And my thing is this, I teach people how to become the bank, and how to get money in real estate investing. But if you invest in real estate the traditional way, man, kudos to you. I'm happy for you because I want all of us to have the benefits of financial freedom and option and just control over our lives. That's it. That's why I put that wholesale assignment contract in the description. If you want to get started, that'll help you out. That'll help you out. Coach Dubb,
that's major, man.
we gotta give it to the people, man. We gotta give it to the people because it comes back to us when we're when you're just a good person. It comes back, and I say that, but sometimes we go through difficult things as good people. But those difficult things, man, they're really a gift to us, because they make us better. They make us better. They sharpen us up, and they get us prepared for that major gift that's in store. Yes. So, yeah, if you're a good person out there and you're going through some difficult times, don't even trip. It's for the better. Just keep being that good person that you are. That's real talk right there, for real. So, man, Coach Dubb, it's getting kind of late, man. You got any last words for the people, man? Any golden nuggets you want to?
Man, the only thing I got, man, we dropped so many gems in this episode. It's crazy. So I'm gonna part ways with my favorite saying that I like to always leave people with. You know what it is, man. Look, you got two choices in life: roadblocks or building blocks. Which one you gonna choose?
Ooh, that's deep. That's so deep that I had to come up with a little something too.
All right, give it to me.
This is the thing, guys. We're all held back. Not all of us, but a lot of us, man. We're held back because of our fear of the unknown or our fear of making mistakes. So we've got to know this, guys. Fear, it's a made up thing. If fear is made up, because fear is us thinking that something bad is going to happen in the future, or if we do this wrong, it's going to work out bad in the future. Well, guess what? Faith is a made up thing too, but it's the thought that something good is going to happen in the future because we put in this hard work and this dedication. Well, the both of them, they're a choice. So are you going to choose fear and not jump out there and try and bet on yourself? Or are you going to choose faith and jump out there and try and bet on yourself because you've been working hard, you're committed, and you've been making those sacrifices? Think about that.
I love that one there.
All right, we up out of here, man. Until next time, y'all. Let's get to it.
Peace.